Hello, and welcome back to Sinister Stories. Today we're going to be discussing a very creepy topic that not a lot of people talk about, and this is a phenomenon known as doppelgangers. So sit back and relax, and join me as we dive into the unknown. So a doppelganger is usually somebody that looks like somebody else. It can be somebody that looks like you, or maybe even someone you know. And these stories have spanned hundreds of years, from people like Abraham Lincoln to Queen Victoria. Many people share the similar story of seeing somebody that looks just like them. Here are a few examples of famous people that you might recognize. So who are these lookalikes, and what exactly is it that they're after? There were a number of theories that try to explain why these events occur, or why these humanoids are seen. One of them is an alternate reality theory. This theory states that we live in the same plane as another universe, and once in a while, these universes cross, allowing us to see our alternate selves. There were other theories that say that these are even spiritual doubles of ourselves. This means that everybody that is born has two spirits. One of them inhabits the body, and the other roams around. Now, as long as the spirit inside the body is alive, the doppelganger can live. Now, this is an Egyptian ideology, which is why they created mummies. They believed that as long as their mummies were there and the bodies of the kings were in the tombs, then the spirit of the king and his doppelganger can live on. There was also a Native American legend that states that your doppelganger is actually another version of you that's from the underworld. According to this legend, all the evil people and evil spirits live in the underworld, while all the good spirits live in the upper world, which is here. Now that we have an idea of what these creatures can be, now we have to ask ourselves, what do they mean? Now, in most cultures, these doppelgangers are seen as a sign of a bad omen. Now, the common idea of what seeing your doppelganger means is that death is really near for you. There are a number of tales of people dying soon after seeing their doppelgangers, like Abraham Lincoln and Queen Victoria, just to name a few. The idea of dying is so popular when seeing doppelgangers that most people try to protect themselves if they do see something like this. They surround themselves in religious objects and go to church. Now, somebody seeing your doppelganger is also a very bad thing. This usually means that you're very ill, and death is not too far away. Now, what are some stories of people that have met their doppelgangers? What exactly do these beings do? And what are they trying to accomplish? Most stories of people running to their doppelgangers say that their doppelganger tries to run or evade them. They walk really fast and don't really have a place where they're going. They just kind of walk aimlessly. They try to escape the person that they look like, and they don't really try to make contact with them. Now, of course, these are just the lucky ones. Sometimes these creatures are not so evasive, and sometimes they do interact with the people they look like. There have been several stories of people running into doppelgangers of their family members, and these creatures seem to try and imitate the person that they look like. They try to copy their mannerisms, and most of the time, their attempt at imitation of whatever person is usually really bad and can easily be seen through. A lot of the times, when people do talk to their doppelgangers, they often say that they are given bad advice by these humanoids. They tell them things that they shouldn't do, and try to put vicious thoughts into their minds. There are even stories of their doppelgangers doing things that get them in trouble. Even though we can't be certain of what they want, most stories would agree that these things are up to no good. They always seem to have an evil motive behind all of their actions, and no matter what they do, they always seem to hurt the people that they look like. While we might never know what these creatures are, or what their motives are, what we do know is that there's too many stories of these humanoids for it to just be coincidence. Whether we like it or not, there just may be something out there that we can't fully understand, and maybe we never will.